Dominik Mysterio finally breaks silence on his relationship with Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan comes under serious fire. Surprise is rumored to rock the 2024 WWE King and Queen of the Ring. Uncle Howdy's Wyatt 6 debut in Saudi Arabia. Damian Priest must leave the Judgment Day. A real-life bloodline calls Roman Reigns crazy. Let's dive right in. Surprise is rumored to rock the 2024 WWE King and Queen of the Ring. WWE is gearing up for the 2024 King and Queen of the Ring tournament this weekend in Saudi Arabia. The event will host the finals of both tournaments. Both Lyra Valkyria and Gunther will represent Raw in Jeddah. SmackDown will emanate from Jeddah the night before the premium live event. Randy Orton or Tama Tonga will represent the blue brand in the men's finals. Bianca Belair or Nia Jax will do the same for the blue brand in the women's bracket. Cody Rhodes battles Logan Paul for the undisputed WWE title. New Women's World Champion Becky Lynch tries to fend off an onslaught from Liv Morgan. With so much happening, any of the next 4 huge surprises could rock the 2024 King and Queen of the Ring PLE. Number 1. A former champion returns from injury. 3 women have been circling the Women's World Championship: Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and Becky Lynch. Ripley defeated Lynch at WrestleMania 40, but relinquished the title a week later after an attack from Liv Morgan. Morgan was on her revenge tour after Ripley injured her last summer. The man assumed the mantle of champion after last eliminating Morgan in a battle royal to crown the new title holder. Ripley has been out for a month, but injured superstars like CM Punk and Dakota Kai have appeared on programming. Due to her overwhelming popularity, the Eradicator could pop up at King and Queen of the Ring to confront the winner. She could also interfere and force a triple threat at Clash at the Castle next month. Number 2. Chad Gable introduces the new Alpha Academy. Chad Gable turned heel after he was unable to win the Intercontinental Championship from Sami Zayn. It was the post-match celebration that apparently set off the leader of Alpha Academy. Since that loss, Gable has chastised his stablemates at every turn. It won't be long before he tosses Otis, Maxine Dupree, and Akira Tozawa to the side. He already scouted Ivy Nile due to her friendship with Dupree. Nile is aligned with the Creeds, and joining Gable in a new faction would propel all 3 stars forward. They even joked around backstage after Gable cheated to beat Zayn on WWE Raw. Helping Gable win the title would also shake things up on Raw after little change was made during the WWE Draft 2024. The match is a triple threat, so outside interference or cheating is likely and legal at King and Queen of the Ring. Number 3. A huge bloodline return at King and Queen of the Ring. This would have been much more of a possibility had Jey Uso made the finals. Tama Tonga still has a chance to make the finals if he can beat Randy Orton on WWE SmackDown. Regardless of whether the bloodline is in the finals, there still needs to be advancement of the angle at King and Queen of the Ring. Tonga debuted on the SmackDown after WrestleMania 40, and Tonga Loa did so at Backlash France. The natural progression would be another debut, like Jacob Fatu, or a big return. That could be the tribal chief returning to the fold. It could also be Jimmy Uso returning to confront the new bloodline, or back up Jey Uso if Jey appears during the event. Number 4. Uncle Howdy's Wyatt 6 debut in Saudi Arabia. Uncle Howdy has been dropping QR codes on WWE TV for more than a month and could be building towards a potential debut at the King and Queen of the Ring Premium Live event. Perhaps there could be an appearance of one of the members of his new, rumored stable. There have been several clues dropped in the recent week that point towards Dexter Lumis and Eric Rowan being part of the group, and either man could appear in Saudi Arabia. WWE needs to make an impact in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has been making the headlines in recent weeks after it was noted that the country has been pushing to host a Royal Rumble or WrestleMania in the coming years. There is a belief that one of WWE's major shows would be able to take place outside of America in the next decade, but for the company to test the waters in the Middle East, this show needs to be a rousing success. Off the back of WWE Backlash, the crowd has a lot to live up to, and someone like Uncle Howdy finally making his return could be one way to ensure it will be memorable. Saudi Arabia was a special place for The Fiend. It seems that one of the biggest things about this group is that it is there to pay tribute to Bray Wyatt. The creative vision behind The Fiend passed away back in August 2023, but many fans are aware that Saudi Arabia was a special place for the former Universal Champion. It was in the Middle East that The Fiend was finally able to lift the World Championship after his Hell in a Cell match against Seth Rollins ended in controversy. The rematch at 2019 Crown Jewel made sure that he walked out with the title around his waist. The clues have become much bolder recently. The clues are finally coming together, which means that it can't be long before a debut happens. The most recent clues have been revealing names who appear to be part of the group, and this could then lead to them finally debuting on screen. It seems that the clues have told the story of Wyatt's therapist going missing and being used as part of a recent Twitch stream, but it's unclear what impact this has on the overall story of Uncle Howdy without Bray Wyatt. Jeddah was one of the clues. WWE SmackDown's QR code this past week linked to a number that many fans believed was a date. While it could have been, others have noted that the number 22423 is also the postal code for Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, which is where King and Queen of the Ring will be held. Could this be a clue that the group will debut on Saturday? Or is this another red herring so that fans believe it could happen? Sasha Banks sends a message to a recently departed WWE superstar. Former WWE superstar Mercedes Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks, is set to compete in her first AEW match in less than a week, and it seems like she is leaving no stone unturned to prepare for the same. The CEO was recently spotted training with a former colleague, Scripps, ahead of the AEW Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Mercedes Moné joined All Elite Wrestling earlier this year. However, she has not competed in the Jacksonville-based promotion yet. Moné will make her AEW in-ring debut at the company's upcoming Double or Nothing pay-per-view, where she will challenge Willow Nightingale for the TBS Championship. Ahead of her massive in-ring debut, Mercedes took to Twitter to share a training picture with Scripps, also known as Reggie. The duo have a bit of history back when they were colleagues in WWE, and Moné even slapped the four-time 24/7 champion during her feud with Carmella. She recalled the incident with a picture of the same. "I'm ready for my bottle of champagne after AEW and Scripps Mercedes Moné shared. The Stamford-based promotion told Scripps that they would not be renewing his contract after its expiry. Liv Morgan comes under serious fire. A WWE veteran recently went off on the unprofessionalism of the current superstars, specifically talking about Liv Morgan and a few other names. The veteran in question, Vince Russo, is certainly not happy with the state of the Stamford-based promotion's roster. In a conversation about the current stars on regular programming, Russo talked about how a significant section of the roster had training, but was not professional in its presentation. The veteran explained his perspective on this week's episode of Sportskeeda's Unscripted. According to him, several WWE stars like Liv and Indy Hartwell are not the best at their craft. What always slaps me across the face is when I put on Raw and I put on SmackDown. Chris, to me, literally to me, 10% of the roster are professionals. Randy Orton is a professional. Roman Reigns is a professional. Gunther is a professional. AJ Styles is a professional. Liv Morgan is not a professional. Indy Hartwell is not a professional. And that's my problem. You are calling it professional wrestling. Dominik Mysterio finally breaks silence on his relationship with Liv Morgan. WWE fans have linked Dominik Mysterio with Liv Morgan amid Rhea Ripley's absence from TV. He has now responded to the rumors of his association with the former SmackDown Women's Champion. Liv Morgan has been on a revenge tour since returning to WWE in January. A few weeks back, she injured Rhea Ripley in a backstage assault. Hence, Mommy was forced to relinquish the Women's World Championship. While Morgan was unable to win the title, she might end up stealing Dirty Dom from Ripley, as she was spotted coming out of the same room as the male star. The former SmackDown Women's Champion was also pictured with Dominik's bandana in her pocket, fueling rumors of their on-screen alliance. On The Masked Man show, Dominik Mysterio addressed fans associating him with Morgan. The Judgment Day member claimed he was innocent and simply looking out for Rhea Ripley. I think at the end of the day, everyone is innocent till proven guilty. And I'm here protecting Mommy. And I'm trying to make sure she's good when she comes back, and that everything is all set in order. She comes back straight to the top. Take her title back. No harm, no foul, Dominik said. Dominik Mysterio is not the only superstar rumored to be siding with Liv Morgan. The former SmackDown Women's Champion was seen coming out of the same car as Finn Balor on last night's Raw. Liv Morgan is set to face Becky Lynch for the Women's World Championship at WWE King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi Arabia. While the challenger has lost to the man on multiple instances in the past, she could reign supreme this time if Dominik Mysterio indeed switches sides. Dirty Dom is himself out of action currently, after suffering an injury during his match against Andrade in April. The former NXT North American champion recently provided an update on his situation, noting that he could be back in 6 to 8 weeks. Meanwhile, Rhea Ripley is expected to return around SummerSlam 2024. Damian Priest must leave the Judgment Day. Damian Priest currently holds the top prize on WWE Raw. While the World Heavyweight Champion is enjoying his first world title reign, wrestling veteran Jim Cornette thinks Priest should separate himself from the Judgment Day. Priest captured the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania XL after cashing in his Money in the Bank contract on Drew McIntyre. The Judgment Day member has since seemingly taken the leadership role in the group, especially after Rhea Ripley went on hiatus following her injury. On a recent episode of his Jim Cornette Experience podcast, the veteran addressed Priest's future, claiming that the World Heavyweight Champion should split from the Judgment Day. The veteran stated that Archer of Infamy should let Finn Balor and JD McDonough be a tag team away from him. With Rhea out and Dominick out, both of them hurt, and maybe moving in a different direction anyway, I just think that Priest needs to be a single away from... Let Finn and JD be the team that they are being, and Priest needs to not be in the group when the other star attraction of the group is out for who knows how long, he said. After winning the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania XL, Damian Priest successfully defended his title against Jey Uso at WWE Backlash France. Priest recently offered to put his gold on the line against Drew McIntyre, who currently is injured. The two superstars had a confrontation on WWE Raw last week. After having a heated verbal altercation, the World Heavyweight Champion agreed to give the Scottish Warrior a shot to regain the title he lost to Priest at this year's Show of Shows. Many fans and experts have been speculating about Priest possibly turning on the Judgment Day to have a solo run, especially with him seemingly having tension with his teammates. It would be interesting to see if that scenario will happen soon. Do you think Damian Priest should leave the Judgment Day? A Real-life Bloodline calls Roman Reigns crazy. Roman Reigns has dominated WWE for over 3 years as he led his Bloodline faction. However, it does not seem that all of the 38-year-old's family consider him the head of the table, including a legend's son. The wrestler in question is Zilla Fatu. The latter is the son of the late Umaga. He is now an active competitor on Booker T's Reality of Wrestling and GCW. While he revealed that he is open to joining Reigns and other family members in the Stamford-based company, Zilla surprisingly took a shot at the tribal chief in a recent interview with Muscle Man Malcolm. When asked where his place at the table was, Umaga's son claimed his family's table was round, hence, all are equal. When the host pointed out that Roman Reigns calls himself the head of the table, Zilla made a sarcastic comment, seemingly calling the former champion crazy. He's like one of those kids in the school where like the crazy one where they stand on top of the table screaming. Yeah, he's one of those, you know? Here we are just looking at him like, okay, wait till it's our time, you know? But we all try to be the one. But me personally, I feel like I'm the main one, he said. Many Samoans are currently active competitors in WWE. The Stamford-based company reportedly recently signed Jacob Fatu. Many now expect other family members to join the promotion, including Zilla Fatu. In an interview with Joey Franchise on YLD 94.1, Zilla addressed the possibility of joining WWE. He claimed he did not want to be the first Fatu or Anoa'i to sign with AEW, WWE, UCE. That's the main one. Like I said, back to what I was saying with my family got a long history with WWE. So at the same time, I don't want to be the first Fatu or Anoa'i to go to AEW. I don't want to break that cycle. But it just gotta make sense. Because everybody's journey is different. My journey's different. My story's way different from Solos, from the Usos, from Roman and Jacob Fatu. So my story, I got a whole nother chapter. I'm sitting on a whole nother side of the table, laughs, Fatu said. While Roman Reigns is absent, Solo Sikoa has taken control of the bloodline. Many now predict that the tribal chief will return to feud with his cousin and his new associates, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. It would be interesting to see if Zilla Fatu will play a part in the potential bloodline civil war. Would you like to see Zilla Fatu square off against Roman Reigns?